Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's nice to meet you. I'm Keelie, and in today's video, I'm giving you guys my top 10 tips to living a gluten-free lifestyle and also how to get started in a gluten-free lifestyle. I know it's not an easy transition and it definitely can be super overwhelming, so I'm here to help you with that. So without further ado, grab a drink, pop a squat, and let's get started. Tip number 1 is to not think about what you can't have, but to think about what you can have. So I know going gluten-free seems super overwhelming. Like, I can't have bread, I can't have donuts, I can't have cake, I can't have cookies, I can't have pies.
No. Pish posh.
Because you can have it all, and a lot of those I've actually made videos on how to make those gluten-free right here on my YouTube channel. So first things first, you don't want to start thinking about everything that you can't have, because you're going to dig yourself into a rut. You're going to get depressed and stressed about everything that you eat. So here's what you need to do. This leads me into my next tip. Tip number 2 is to slowly transition into being gluten-free. So when you first start, you don't want to think about automatically what you can't have and how you can never have anything, how you have to make this whole transition and cut everything out like cold turkey. That's not the whole gist. I'm not a medical professional. This is what I've learned over the past couple of years that I've been gluten-free. So what you want to do, first things first, is my number 1 tip. Start transitioning the basics. So what I mean by that is start with your bread, your oatmeal oats. You can also change out your pancake mix, your flours, and honestly, all of these I can find at my local Walmart. So you should be able to go in there, and now Walmart actually has a yellow gluten-free banner where it marks the aisle with everything that's gluten-free, and it is usually all in that one area. So definitely go and look in that area. You guys can use the online Walmart app to shop for your gluten-free items as well. You can search them up to see if it is at your local Walmart. Tip number 3 is to start practicing on making your own meals. So I know sometimes it stinks, like if your mom has been making your meals for all these years, or you go to your grandparents' house and they make the meals, sometimes you have to make your own. So you want to start getting in the kitchen and practicing. Best things to practice with first are usually pancakes, waffles. If you want to try anything with your bread, definitely go with a sandwich, a grilled cheese sandwich. You can make a panini, and another really easy one that I recently discovered is gluten-free pot pies. So if you guys want to check out my video here on my YouTube channel, I did just make a video. When you make crusts or breads or anything like that, it may not cooperate 100% your first time around. Sometimes you have to make little tweaks here and there with your recipes. So you definitely want to watch, hey, this behaved this way when I added this ingredient, so let's try this ingredient instead, and so on and so forth. You're going to have to make adjustments and learn what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Being gluten-free is not the same for every single individual that has to live this lifestyle. Tip number 4 is to get used to reading labels and memorizing which brands you love and which ones you don't like very much. A quick example is, let's say you're going to the store to buy pancake mix. Now, pancakes are delicious, and I have found my ride or die pancake mix for being gluten-free. However, I discovered really quickly that the Great Value pancake mix tastes amazing, whereas the Bisquick gluten-free pancake mix literally tastes like they poured a bunch of salt in that mix, and it tasted so salty. My family and I couldn't even eat those pancakes because they were so salty. So you want to watch out for that. Definitely look at sodium content, because in gluten-free foods, sometimes the sodium content is higher when really there's no reason for it. But you want to read the labels, see what's gluten-free, and learn your brands. I can say right off the bat a couple for you guys to get started. You can definitely check the Great Value aisle for gluten-free, and then you can also do the brand Udi's. I love the brand Udi's. There's Daya, and there's one more brand. What was that brand? Glutino, oh my gosh, so delicious. So those are a couple of my favorite brands to get you guys started, but definitely you're going to want to do your research, see what's available at your local stores. And if you guys want any help with anything, just leave a question down in the comments below, because I'm here to chit chat with you guys, and this is why I started my YouTube channel, to help you guys out with your gluten-free and healthy journeys. Tip number 5 is to not keep it a secret. So I know going gluten-free can seem scary, and you might not want to tell your family, and you might not want to say it to anyone like,
oh my gosh, this makes me such a weirdo. I'm such a dork because I'm gluten-free.
Well, realistically speaking, eating, it's not all that strange. There are a lot of people that find ways to hide it, but honestly, you shouldn't hide it, because if you're going to a family function or a party, a birthday party, or even a school organization gathering, or if you're going on a road trip, people need to know. They might say like, hey, let's go to Pizza Hut, and then you're gonna be sitting there in the back like, I can't eat that, or you're going to make the bad decision and eat it and cause yourself so much pain and discomfort until it finally passes through your system. You definitely want to inform your family and friends, and start with your family. I start with my mom because my mom was by my side throughout my whole journey. Like, you did not go through the umpteen amounts of appointments to find out that you have to go gluten-free just for you to put yourself in more discomfort and pain and make yourself not feel the best that you can be, and make it more normalized. The more that you say it, the more that it becomes normal to you, which makes the transition a lot easier. Trust me. Tip number 6 is to consider switching out your cosmetics and your toiletries. And the reason I say this is normally when you have a food allergy, sometimes it will start affecting other parts of your body as well. So I noticed not long before going gluten-free, I wasn't eating gluten, but I noticed my skincare products and my toiletries were like making my scalp itchy, my body was getting red and splotchy, and everything was just itching when I put it on my skin. And I would look it up in the Skin Safe app, and sure, gluten was in my products. I completely switched everything. So the number one gluten-free brand for makeup that I can recommend is Physicians Formula. 10 out of 10 recommend them. And then also for toiletries, definitely do Hair Food, Ren Pure, Organics is really good. And if you guys want a further in-depth video on that, just let me know and I will happily do it for you guys. But those are just a couple to get you guys started. Tip number 7 is to make sure that you are taking some type of probiotics or daily vitamins. Because when you go gluten-free, you tend to not be able to have certain foods that have a lot of vitamins and nutrients. So you want to make sure that you're feeding your body those vitamins, bringing in nutrients, and making sure that everything is up to par. Make sure you have your fruits, your vegetables. So make sure you're taking a probiotic or a vitamin, not both at the same time. That's way too much for our bodies to handle. Tip number 8 is to try to eat as clean as humanly possible. So the best ways to do this, and this was really hard for me to do, is to cut out all canned fruits and vegetables, only fresh fruits and vegetables, and only white meat, so chicken, turkey, fish. If your body can handle it, you can have a little bit of red meat every once in a while. Eating clean has helped so much, and definitely 10 out of 10 recommend this. You must put smoothies into your everyday diet. Do they have to be green smoothies? No. Do they have to have a gajillion protein powders and seeds and everything that you could possibly jam into it? No. But smoothies are a great way to get in your daily vegetables and or fruits, along with some chia flats and hemp seeds. Definitely consider taking dairy out of your diet, because 9 times out of 10, anyone that starts out going gluten-free, their body tends to cancel out dairy. So for me, mine went from IBS to having to go gluten-free to having to go lactose/dairy-free, and pretty soon I'm going to have to go 100% dairy-free from the way that my body is acting right now. So you want to listen to your body and consider cutting certain things out before your body does it for you, so that you limit less feeling like crud and more feeling like, yes, I've got this. This is my lifestyle and I'm killing it. Tip number 9 is to listen to your body, because just because you switch to a gluten-free lifestyle doesn't necessarily mean that your lifestyle change is over. Our bodies are changing every single day, every minute of the day, every millisecond of a minute and a second in itself. Our bodies never stop changing. There are things that I could eat today that for all I know, it could cancel it out by tomorrow, and it makes me feel like crud tomorrow, and I'll be in pain and in bed all day. Your experimentation doesn't stop when you finally get the diagnosis like, hey, you need to go gluten-free. It doesn't stop there, because your body never stops changing. I've gone through 3 lifestyle changes in the past 5 years. So let me tell you guys, it's going to take time, but you will get a handle on it. And after you've done it long enough, it's nothing. It will get easier. It's rough starting, believe me. I know, and I can sympathize with all of you, but I have faith that you guys are all starting up to kick this in the butt, and you guys have got it. Tip number 10 is to use a food diary of sorts. Now, I do have a video here on my channel about my top 10 self-care/health apps. My top apps that I can possibly recommend are Skin Safe, and I do believe it's just called Food Diary. You can put in the foods that you're eating, and if you have any symptoms afterwards, you can track everything from your vitamins to medications to bowel movements, the meals that you eat, the calories. Everything is literally all in one app. And that is my top 10 tips for living a gluten-free lifestyle and transitioning to a gluten-free lifestyle. I really hope that you guys found even one of these tips helpful, and that it helps at least one person, because that is why I started my YouTube channel. And if you guys want to check out my gluten-free living playlist, you guys can click right up here, because I have a whole video on everything from point A to point B to point C and to where I am now with my gluten-free journey. And also, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And also, if you would be so kind as to hit that subscribe button down below and hit that post notification bell down below as well, so that you can join our wonderful YouTube family and never miss a future upload. I sincerely hope you all are having an amazing day. Good luck on your gluten-free journeys. I love you all to the moon and back, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Love you guys!